Again, we were joking about it yesterday. They was blasting the elite support that was locked into him. How dare they lock his champion into him? And getting crazy value
towards the Comet. The Conqueror has always been an option into tankier, high HP lanes. So for Magic Resist, Phase Rush means you can get the big combo, and then you can go back into, hey Jay, raiding over, how you doing? Hope you've had a good time. Kellen taking a ton of damage. Lens does have Flash, chooses not to go forwards for any more damage, is only at level 2, and they'll make it out alive.
Chunk there onto Diablo, who is actually in a really nasty 1v1. I think he just loses it. That's a bit far enough. An MVP performance on the Zeri ends up on Yunara and loses what should have been the easy 2 swap.
I wonder whether King has had any famous MVPs before. I'm a very reserved. I'm not a reserved either in Noodles, but I don't quite do that, you know. Hang on, Calyx had just used his Phase Rush. Stun comes in, Root comes in after he's in trouble here.
Let's get a fair amount of damage down onto Calyx, who needs to start backing away, actually. Good chunks from Vikla. Ooh, the shield. And the resist from the Shield of Durant. Massive Galio builds as well. Just go literally raw AP, not even bruiser builds. We saw Xiaohu do that the other day. Went Rocket Belt into burst.
I just had to follow to let Sam know I want his noodle moat burting noises.
Thank you, Bendy Bread. That's really important.
Potential steal on the Dragon Gideon coming into the pits.
Nongshim moment. Potentially these noodles might be getting to value. Time to heat them up. Stick some hot water on him, and now the Dragon goes heats it up. There we go. Getting a lot of value by just walking in and contesting the Dragon.
Oh God, bro.
You are so welcome, Bendy Bread, by the way.
Definitely had that before.
Yeah.
We've had the thing is, what I initially go to is like very entertaining high kill matches, and that's not necessarily playing badly, because there was a 2 kill a minute BLG Weibo game in Game 3 of Upper Bracket Finals Summer 24, so this time last year. That was 2 kills a minute. That was nuts. That was kind of insane, actually. Hang on, barrier popped into upside. Diablo caught out.
Has to ult and try and dodge away with the untouchable shadow, but he is a little bit too touchable and get punched in the face by the Corki.
That's his second death this game now, blown both to someone's character. You know, the whole, like, by the way, I'm making a world skin which looks like my waifu in a gacha game. And just playing just the kookiest stuff. Insing carrying, but never a coward. Dragon now started by Nongshim.
Vikla on a flank angle will have that ability to flash on in. The cocoon lands. Lehen's looking to jump on the Annie. Gets her down to half. Nice repel from Lehen's. Goes up and down again, will likely be in danger here, may end up trading their life out, but actually just gets to run away as the call of the fortune's going to be gone through. They're trying to run away at BFX in danger. Now they have to back off. Good stun onto Lehend, who does die a little bit too far there from the Elise, who gets hit with the can of Raid. Into the river and the jungle we go, as Clear jumps onto the Galio, who will be forced to ult out. Rock of Ruin, looking to jump forward. Massive knock-up though, Kellen low, looking for the shielded around torch. It's brutal! Trying to get some more damage back as Juru's trying to get some damage down as well. Clear with the flame spread, a full HP bar though will help FEARX pick up absolutely everyone they can.
BFX end up winning the fight. We took a tangent, folks. We do that every so often. Clear is on the weak side of the map. Gideon is spotted. I think Clear's safe to just walk away. He has the equalizer to clear a wave if he does feel the need to do that. It won't die on this wave. Might clear out the second one if he's allowed to. Oh, actually, I completely wrong. 3 grubs. Yeah, they will kill on this wave, and the Spiderlings help too.
They do manage to get that one down very happily. Grubs plus volatile skittering frenzy. That's the spider form W.
This is something which, and also this is something which BLG did actually.
Correct,
BLG,
yes.
I think of the teams this year which have played Elise support, BLG have been the ones which have impressed me the most in terms of lane dominance, and then what they also do is they rotate the Elise around the map to help take towers, but also get a little bit of extra gold onto the Elise if they can, because Elise with gold does actually make a difference. Hang on, Vic, trying to look for the stun. It goes on there, that clone.
Oh, we've seen that quite a lot.
But whatever. At the end of the day, he has Malignance and cooldown boots. Not the longest cooldown, but oops. That's a Q instead.
Okay. Herald dropped mid. Would be so point for Nongshim worth noting, and they're going to be able to play with this Herald saying, if you're going for the Dragon, we're going to take this opportunity. The problem is Diablo and Kellen are kind of behind, and they will root up the Elise, who has not had a chance to repel. Will need to do so now. Kellen goes in. Doesn't have to find absolutely everything once. Diablo does finish off the Spider, as they will get that one. It's a 1-for-1 right now. It's on the other side, of course. Gideon rather, gone onto the back line with Vikla going
down. With 2 LPL brain! It's Fry's gaming!
I know. It's because I saw bloody Okay, I'm gonna stop. It's all going wrong.
Flashing
Calyx
out.
needs to back
Clear
away.
does have the flash if he wants to continue the fight. Ends up being 2 for 3 in favor of King in there to get 1 kill back onto Raptor.
Of course, Diablo's still surviving at this point as well. Went absolutely ham. And
Oh,
back to life.
Lens.
Okay, well, there's Lehen's dead again. Now 0, 3, and 1 after the early kill he picked up onto Diablo. It's been tough roads for the Spider. And the Dragon's still alive, by the way, but FEARX now finding another big team fight when he can go and pick up that Dragon.
0 and 3 no damage really nearby. One of my problems with comps like this, when you have like a tank Galio, a tank top laner as well in the Ornn, having damage in place to immediately skirmish feels a lot harder. If you're not really in position across the map, hang on, if I think Vipla's not going to get the clone this time.
I think that Cyclone is not going to change all that much, and Gideon will die to Diablo, who has now managed to pick up another kill, now at 5. He's getting very scary on this Yunara after a rough early...
But like, cheesy chips are pretty damn good.
Okay, cheesy chips.
I don't know, hang on a second, big fight there. We got all, I don't know, I don't even know how to transition out of that one. BFX going forwards and putting them into the hot pot.
Oh, and Gideon dies again. Kellen gets that catch, and all the while, the Spider is hit with the cannon raid once more. Set on fire while they do. Diablo looking for Gen.G will have to Valkyrie away, and will be okay having done so, but I don't think that changes the fact that BFX are in firm command of this game now.
Timid Tower might die. No, it slowly stays alive there. That's kind of started from BFX, and once again, just clean engage from BFX. Great follow-up. One of the biggest things I've noticed about BFX is that when they go for a play, they are very often on the same page. The question has been about execution, not actually whether the team understands the play. And that's actually a really important thing, because it means that the coordination, in terms of, look, we're going for the play, is kind of sorted. Now, sometimes the actual execution of it, you know, the positioning, where's the damage, the CC chaining, that can fall a little bit awry, and that's, you know, why perhaps they didn't reach, you know, the top echelons of the LCK. But I've been really... What?
Did you not have that from the kebab shop when it used to be run by?
No, I didn't.
So basically, our local kebab shop. Did you not? I suppose maybe you weren't out on one of the various pub crawls that we did as
maybe I missed
the lads.
That. Yeah. Mint Montes. Hang on a second, that's a route into the mid lane. Lehen's got it again. They bring out the can of raid again. Good damage back from Jiwoo, though.
Diablo's now in potential danger, but throws down the barrier. The cataclysm comes on through. They just get off. They hit no one. It's an empty bottle. They've got to put it down, and no one was within it. Diablo now gets to flash on it and kills Lehens again for the 5th time this game. Calyx needs to justice punch away, but there's no justice to be found. Only abject violence. They'll find the call of the Forge God, keep clear, knocked up under the turret, but he will not die. And now Kingin is looking a little bit deadened.
Oh, it is a nightmare for Nongshim. Kingin will die under turret, ends up being 4 for 1. Did Calyx... Yeah, Calyx just ended up about surviving.
He now has to potentially collapse onto Calyx. Winds of War comes on down. Shielded Durand is in. That comes the Cataclysm. Flag and drag will not be required to allow Clear to pick up the kill there onto the Galio. Can turn back towards the Dragon, which Diablo is soloing.
And on the other side, Nongshim trying to take this inner turret, get some gold onto themselves. I don't know, I really feel like this kind of comp from Nongshim, you need to start fights and just say, well, okay, Jiwoo's going to be at half HP. Nongshim are not really putting the damage down that they need.
Agreed.
Each other's champions, so they were deciding, let's give ourselves good champions so we can win around.
I mean, I'm also just a big fan of who the MVP was, personally. Hang on, Pop Blossom on to Jiwoo. Just managed to Valkyrie for a second. Not the best Pop Blossom in the end. It's actually in the middle of the river. Raptor gets kind of caught out. Vikla finds a decent stun angle, though. Jiwoo is finally blasted. Diablo finds the angle, and BFX just collapse on in. The Flame Spinner's rolling. The Cataclysm's in. It's the spiciest hot pot of them all. In comes a triple kill for Diablo. There's the Quadra. Where's Lehens? Just not around. They can't quite finish everyone, but Diablo will be happy enough with the quad.
Diablo's now at 4 items and picked up the Infinity Edge, which he skipped 3rd for the shield bow. 10-stack Medjai's for Vikla, so he's got a little bit more damage too. Diablo, no, for Kingin, he's caught out on top. So Calyx is behind him. Calyx, you're just watching your top laner die.
Yeah, it finally goes on in, trying to buy some time, but I think it's a little too late. Gets the taunt, but to what end? Clear now potentially in danger as Raptor starts taking up the tower aggro, and they lose 2.
Calyx sat there, watched Kingin go down to 0 HP and realized, I don't think I'm getting out of this one either. Tries to go in a little too late. BFX will walk in with the Baron buff active and probably end the game.
Yeah, and all the while Vikla was zoning off the rest of the team between the 2 turrets. Diablo gets that one in the mid lane. There goes the inhibitor afterwards, which Raptor secures, and I think this game is well and truly done.
And it is. They've got enough damage to walk forwards. Don't have any grubs, but who gives a damn? Vikla goes golden. It's BFX. Look for the Nexus.
A bit of a takeover, and unfortunately for them, the only idol to be found is in BFX's hand. Diablo again at 11 and 3. What a star he has been. And BFX's start continues on the rise. The lower bracket run is looking pretty damn hot for them today.
And the rematch of groups between them and swap at level 1. When initially I saw Smolder locked in and there was a sign, I thought maybe you can swap at the first level, but I don't think Vladimir wants any part in that. He just wants to, have reliable engage. You do have Scion ult. Yeah, you're right. BFX don't have great engage. That's definitely true too. Thank you so much for the gift sub, by the way. Guardian, you can actually survive the engage supports. You can't really do that now. King is left alone here. Did he use pool? Raptors down here. Can they just polymorph? That would be kind of bad. There's the polymorph. The W misses from the Zeri. Kellen will take 2 tower shots and drop aggro. Kingen will die all the same, though, despite his efforts. I just don't get what the swap logic was. I think they've overcooked. Hence, does he have Kellen doesn't have flash. They'll be able to combo it into Calix's Talia. Give a little bit of gold over towards Jiwoo, who will get himself some extra stacks and some extra gold. That's nice. Evens up the 80 carry match. 43. Actually, pretty good on the whole. Got some from the Scion early lane. So they do have the 2 hind legs, but you can see they don't have, like, 4 arms. Like, this is fantasy biology, so it's, like, not exactly hard science, you know? The ult used by Jiwoo to clear out most of the wave. We'll be able to get most of it away. Vikla coming down. Charm flashed. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was the Q that was flashed. Oh, no, he gets to splash. There was a Diablo. Even with the Charm landing, it doesn't matter. Clear trying to look for the solo kill onto topside King and using the ultimate, the Hemo play to get to healing. Gideon will be here to turn the tables. They'll flash forwards and will get the supreme display of talent. Clear has been cleared by the top jungle duo. Very close to a solo kill. Vladimir gets the gold there too. Nongshim getting 2 kills there. One, a freak kill onto Diablo with a failed dive, and then the 2v1 in topside. That they need to start dragon stacking. You're right. If they get dragon stacking, you can start threatening before it goes like super late game scaling. Lahen's trying to look for the combo into the wall. Charm lands, should be out of combo range. Wait, actually, is that the case? Hang on, Lahen's has got a kill threat here, by the way, folks. The cow! The cow trying to solo kill the fox! Farmyard murder flashes away. Support will combat the snipe killed Dumbledore. That was a good one. Hang on, teleport behind Jiwoo, coming out from Vikla. Doesn't have ult for the next few seconds, but he'll have it soon enough. Jiwoo doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult, will likely die here. The healing's not bad. Hang on, he's going to flap over the wall. Vikla needs a little bit. No, he face planted! You know when foxes hunt in the snow and they just like they face plant into the snow? He just did that on brick and mortar. We're on track for a very fast stacking Smolder game. Dare I say it, Nongshim are in a great spot. Lahen's flashing forwards onto Vikla. He doesn't have flash or ult. Calix is over here. This is a Zedari. He can't get out in time. The Charm lands. Kill towards Calix, who gets donated that one. Has the propane Hydra and propane related accessories. Gamble and Callan have all actually had very good tournaments. Clear's had, you know, a bit of a mixed bag, and Vikla mixed bag too. Nightmare is not doing us justice. Yeah, we have a couple of RE mains in chat. King and ulting the wave, trying to get some wave flip. I think he'll die anyway. The Sanguine pool. Yeah. Not enough there. Folks, I think we're on our way to a game 3 here, you know? Nongshim ahead over 1,000 gold. Calix gets that solo kill. You don't want to be sending an alone support into enemy vision. A lot of the time, the top laner will sometimes just accept a death if they can get the wave because they don't want to fall behind in XP. Because did Rogue make semis? Wait, where did they... Did Rogue make semis in 22? Did I just completely... Hang on a second. Diablo, great damage onto him. Semis top 4. Oh, you're completely right. I'm actually just bad at maths. And Calix is pretty good at outplaying dives, but can't quite get enough damage. Almost flashing forwards for the damage from King. And Ari will go down, trade a mid lane as Raptors trot on the other side of the tower. And I think Raptor, well, clever girl, what might Raptors be? I don't think intelligence is making you out of that one. You just don't have enough HP. Clear court on the other side. Oh, this is another failed dive from BFX. You get Calix, but at what cost? Yeah, top 8 is quarterfinals. I'm actually just dumb, by the way, folks. I am dumb. Yeah, you are completely right. Clear will try and clear the wave. He'll use his Sign passive to get it. Jiwoo is getting so many stacks here, by the way. He's at 10 a minute of 14 minutes. Typically, you expect the stacks to get faster across the game to get more cooldown reduction, right? Especially with the early game and how well it went. Missing several dives in a row, that's really where it falls apart. Have I been watching Amir too? A little bit, but not as much as I'd like to. Lehen's Quartet does have flash and heal. Uses ult early. I think he's just dead for this. Maybe he could have flashed early. Does flash out now, and he... Call me a liar. I guess he does get out. Kingen putting down the Humo play, getting some healing down. Has the Blood Rush coming out of the pool as well. Can they combo anyone into the Talir field? No, not quite. Oh, Diablo's into the play now. Can Diablo carry the team in the way that he so often does? Ju taken down. Diablo starting to get some damage. Dodging out on the flip back as well. Calix not getting the Qs on target. The Zeri's alive, and the Zeri's killing them. Oh my god, trust in Diablo. The game flips on a knife's edge, and Diablo's the one which stabs it and starts. Charm after the dash. Great play from Viklet to knock one down there. BFX come alive in the team fight to Nongshim, but you did the hard part. You got out of the early game. And, of course, Gen.G, LNG in the finals. Awesome series, by the way. It was a really fun time. Went out for Hot Pot. Oh, my God, the Hot Pot was so good. But I went for Hot Pot with Hysterics. And he just ordered a load of blood for... Hang on a second. That's a lot of damage onto Gideon. Is he going to die from the bird? He does. There's the ult from the Trundle as well. Trundle takes him down. Jeez. I have a video somewhere of Hysterics, like, asking in Chinese for... there was mistranslations. They brought us, like, 3 plates of blood for the hot pot. Oh, God. So occasionally I refer to Hysterics as the Blood Man for memories of that event. He was Vladimir that day. I missed that. I missed that so much. Diablo caught out. Dashing away from... Hang on, getting good damage over. He might die. But there's the Lulu. There's the Lulu outplays again. Lulu saving the day. Diablo dodging out on the minefield. Kellen picks up the pieces. And BFX roll forwards with the super fed. Zeri again gets another triple kill. BFX rally around Diablo. And they'll start pushing in for an inner turret. They've taken over the game from what was looking like a really dangerous early game. How did you get in that position? How did you get in that position? I thought, I mean, with Diablo in that position, surely it should have been Diablo getting caught out there. With no flash, the Talir over there couldn't hit the shove. Diablo walks it out. Well, that was a play of all time. That is heartbreak for Nongshim, because that could actually end the game here. I think genuinely Lulu picks up the pieces. It's not a... Diablo is obviously in a dangerous spot there, but the Lulu changes the equation so much. Hang on, jumping over the wall. Charm onto the Kiana, who's immediately dead. Diablo goes forward aggressively. Some extra damage coming down. A covering Smolder ultimate. I don't think will save them. Vikla very close to 2-5. Onto Smolderus. Not enough. Was hit by a Charm just before and is chomped down by the Trundle. A flash over and Calix. Get over here. A double for Raptor. Clever girl. BFX, I think, folks, BFX might have just earned them a final slot in Asian Invitational. Godguo is firmly over on... Compared to many other AD carries of, you know, similar caliber, I suppose. I've really been enjoying this, folks. It's been real cinema. I've been enjoying the no-holds-barred and aggressive gameplay. Callan, does he look for the Little Lancer? Does, goes into the Charm. This might now be a killer angle. There's no flash on him dashing forwards, and Calix, I think he's thrown his last rock, and he has done. Vikla, great Charm after Kellen got that slow. Kellen has had a wonderful game on the Lulu, by the way. I think he's been silent but deadly. Buffing up Diablo, saving him, allowing him to just do insane damage. He's gone for the Bloodthirster third, by the way, again for the extra bits of survivability. Went for the Shield Bow on the Yunara last game. Similar kind of result. I think Kellen's had a wonderful game here.
就不得不说，就是两边 AD 的 carry 能力确实是有差距的，就是大家吃资源的反馈率。
我这样明白你说的这个G5跟它的区别在哪。
就是赛前我。
I'm really excited to see where Diablo goes, in terms of his career. You know, what's next in store for him? Will BFX build him as a franchise player, try and build a roster around him? Will other teams try and buy him onto their rosters? I think if you build a roster around Diablo, we can see that again. He is a very talented player. I think he's and. Folks, this is a young player doing this. How much can he grow from this?
这下左边难了呀，这会儿吸血鬼的装备是完全不足以威胁到后排的，而且现在泽利的伤害因为太爆了。You know, a lot of these late game fights, yes, hang on a second, Gideon, get the catching on to Vikla. That is a lot of damage. Can you get the damage to get away? The redemption comes through, and Vikla, I think he might have just slid his way out of that redemption. Going to maybe kill, dodges out on it with the Foxfire move speed, and now Gideon is out of sorts. No supreme display of talent, and I don't think he'll have much HP after this too. Diablo gets the assassination onto Calix, solo kill from him, and Nongshim tried to go for the pick onto the mid laner, leave themselves extended, and BFX collapse, picking up 3
as revenge. They'll be able to stick around on top side afterwards. They got the Atacon a little bit before this too. They're on Soul Point. They can have a Hextech Soul in 4 minutes. Break open another turret. They're going to be well over 7,000 to 8,000 gold in the advantage. There was a Hemo play put onto Vikla. King and trying to use that to get some kill threat. Hang on a second. There's a chance of a charm under tower if the wave gets killed here. Nope, the wave does manage to survive. King, not bad damage here. Charm under tower, but didn't take aggro before this. Not bad from Vikla, though. Has the Bloodletter's Curse for a bit of shred over time. Ooh, E landing. Good damage. Clear coming down, though. You should have another Sanguine Pool available coming up soon, I think. It's got a long cooldown. All coming through from Clear. Dead King, and once again, overextension, overstayed. Nongshim lose another kill. This in LCK, and I don't think that's a bad comparison, actually. I think this is something that Kira, I do a lot of podcasts with him, something that Kira says quite a lot, and this is really one of those situations of know thyself. Know thyself. Know that you have a player that you can play around for wins like this. Set him up for success, jumping over the wall. Lulu buffing up, Calyx having to flash away. Yeah, you just can't walk anywhere up these waves anymore. Chu gets a poke back, does have the rapid fire cannon to get some extra target access. Really does need an extra. Oh, jumping over the wall. King does not have the HP for that. He is going man mode, splashing out of the Smolder ultimate. He has the Lulu. He knows his limits. Triple kill to Vikla. Gonna get a little bit more there. Clear picks up the 4th. No Pensa for this fight. God damn, the burst was insane. Holy moly, I don't think... I mean, look, Gideon might live here, but the thing... or again, maybe not. We'll see. But the important thing is, he's not back home to wave clear. I think the fearless Foxes may well have earned themselves a final slot at ASI 25. The Hexgate is used. Raptor might follow him over. Gideon's not going to be able to be in the finishing picture. Nongshim will be knocked out in the lower bracket finals. BFX will clear them as Diablo goes absolutely mental, propped up by Kellen's Lulu. Awesome game from him too. BFX will 2-0 Nongshim and meet D plus Kia in the finals tomorrow.